Hello and welcome back to our first challenge. I'm not actually sure what episode it is. I'm not sure if it's 8 or 9. We finished the last episode by really loosely discussing just how much of a challenge this is going to be, basically. And I think I underestimated it to start with. So the thing that we really need to do, we need to get our sort of self together and get some money produced ASAP, really. Otherwise, we're never going to have enough to buy the bits of land that are going to be able to allow us to get out of here. So the first thing we're going to do, we need to get a production going, basically. A decent sized production going. We're surrounded by wood, so the obvious ones are the sawmills, the carpentries, and whatever else came with the was it the Platinum Edition? I found a sawmill. Where is it at? It's dirt cheap, and it's the one we're going to use. There, this one here. It's 10 grand. And we're going to try to get it as cheap as possible. I think we're going to have to do a bit of terrain editing, but I don't mind doing that. Right. Let's get that there. So 10 grand. Do you know what? It's not going to be as much as possible. We can put a road going up here and then around the front and just soften all of this. I don't mind doing that because that's a lot cheaper than what I expected to pay. Sculpt and soften. Right. I don't know how much that's actually working. Let's come around here. You can't see because of the because of all the density of the trees. But yeah, it's absolutely vital we get some of this going, or else we're never going to achieve what we need to achieve. Right, that's in there. So are we going to get wood chips from it as well? That'd be fantastic if we do. Let's get into the massy and let's get our first bit of timber in there. In fact, we won't even have to get in the massy, will we? We'll just chop some off. I know I mentioned it in the last one. We started making this clearing. This is it. Basically, I didn't sell any of the wood that was from around here. I just dragged it all out of the way, so we could get it all in one go. From the last episode, we sold all our silage. We'll have to have a look, see how much we made out of that, because I don't actually know myself. Let's have a look. Sold products. That must be harvest income. That must be the 6,700. That'll be from the silage, I would have thought. Right, there doesn't have to be loads going in here, but if I can produce wood, planks and furniture at the same time, I'll do it, because it's not like we're going to be short of materials, is it? And then we can look at doing something else. The sugar beet will be ready today as well. I haven't looked yet, but I know it will be. I mean, we were just absolutely desperate to get this bit going. Right, is that the one to do it? Let's get that in there. Let's look at this. Right, so we can produce both at the same time, and we'll get wood chips as well. So that is fantastic. It's exactly what we need. We will still have to sell wood, just not the amount that we were selling. Because after these first few episodes, you know, I came to the conclusion, I realised we are not going to do this. Like, it isn't going to happen. We can't produce enough money within the time period to allow us to achieve it, basically. So we had to do something different. And I think putting all the wood through these productions instead, or not all of it, but a good chunk of wood through the productions, will allow us to do that. And if any of you have got, because I've had no experience, well, I've had limited experience on Silver Run. I went on there and I played about with it for a bit, not even when it first came out, because like I've said, I don't even know if it was in the series or series before, I'm not that big on going on to, when the Platinum Edition come out, for example, I didn't go on there and think I'm gonna go and use all the machinery and go on the new maps, because at the time I was busy with other maps. So Silver Run, it was probably months after it came out, I went on and just had a bit play about. Never did a series on there, I haven't played it myself, just literally just messing about on it. So if there's anything from that Platinum expansion for the forestry that's going to help us, then if you can let us know, that would be absolutely brilliant. I thought that was moving there, because even if we get wood out of here, sorry, planks out of here, but I can put them through a different production that's going to make us more money. I know there's all sorts in there, like easels and barrels and whatever else. there's tons, but I've just got no experience of using them, so whether they're going to make us a lot more money or whether it's not worth the investment in the actual factory itself, I'm not sure. I would have to have a look. Generally, the factories, Giant's own factories, are quite expensive, aren't they? So maybe it wouldn't be worth doing. But we shall see. There's a couple of other mods that I've, when I was looking through for different sawmills, there's a couple of other mods that I've seen as well that I'm interested in. I have no idea how much we can get in here. I'll go and check now. I mean, this, we will literally just, from that, I will just keep going. I'll just keep adding and adding. Ah, it looks like we can get loads in. Which is good. I might start dragging it over soon. I just wanted to get us going more than anything. We need to make sure this doesn't run out. It's probably too far. We need to make sure it doesn't run out, and we're going to have to get some sort of vehicle to move the produce as well, because or the goods, sorry. Because at the minute we don't have a front loader of any type. We don't have anything. We don't have a forklift, a front loader. A forklift would be good. Just to stay up here, literally to go nowhere else, just to stay here. That'd be a good idea. I think you can get some quite cheap as well. Right, I'm going to carry on doing this, and I will be back very shortly. Right, so we just had a bit of a tidy up. We've still got some of the, in fact we've still got a good few of them. The trees left around here, we've ended up with about, I think it's just over 30,000 litres worth in here. Let's have a look. Yeah, 32,500 litres. So the planks and the furniture are well aware, although the furniture will take absolutely ages. I've had the softened tools back out round here as well, just to try to sort of clean it up a bit. Done the same around the back, just so it like fades into the You can see it's gone too far there. It just fades into the land a bit more. If we have a look from this view, because obviously with this being on console, I can't just fly up into the air. Or not that I'm aware of. If I can, then let us know, but I don't think I can. So this is the area we've cleared. There's our sawmill, and we can basically... it's not that one I want. What's that one? I want this one. So we're there now. We've got loads of room. So if we're here, we've got all the space around here. Whereas we're sort of quite hemmed in with our actual farm, considering we're going this way as well. That's the way we're going to try to get out. So yeah, we're quite hemmed in, and this bit here is so steep, and up there as well, that we're going to struggle. And just to show you that, I think we're going to have to change plans with what we were going to do over at the farm. So originally, I was going to have this area as a yard, wasn't I? It's just too steep. You can't build anything on there. So what I'm thinking about doing is putting a small beet field in here, because I'm thinking, so even if it's just this area here, I'm thinking if we can just continually turn beets over, as well as putting other things in, so turn this into a larger field, we'll get a crop in, because we're getting to the point now where we're going to be getting enough money for a harvester. By the time the crop comes through, we'll start having planks coming through, we'll have enough money for a combine. So I think that's what we'll do, and that is our boundary there for the grass field, but we've still got room out here, so we can still just carry on upgrading that grass field, which I think is going to work wonders. What we need to do for the rest of today then, we'll just leave that running. We need to do one or two things. I either need to go and buy a new tractor and to start getting that sugar beet up, or, which is what I think we probably will do, or we need to start putting that field in just over here. But I think the tractor's going to be the main one. Right, I don't need to be back in there. I think I know which one we're going to get as well, and there's not a massive amount of choice with the amount of money we've got. Wrong one, wrong icon. So the one I think we're going to go for is a little Deutz, if I can find it. There, this one here. Because I'm pretty sure we can get narrows. Yep. We can get narrows. It will allow us a front loader at one point, although we're not going to have it now. And I am going to spend the extra for the bigger engine, the pumped engine, because I don't want the cabin on it. Yeah, we are going to spend the extra on the engine because it's just, with the terrain the way it is, we need to really. I don't think we can do anything else. No, I don't want that. We'll keep the colours. So 17,500. That is what we're going to be paying. 82 horsepower. Let's just have that. This is where some good pops up. I say something good pops up. We're not going to be able to afford that. Right, the other thing we need to get now is this. So I know we've used it before. We used it on No Man's Land, didn't we? But there's not a great deal of mods come out for sugar beet, really. And same with potatoes. There's probably more with potatoes, but for sugar beet there's hardly anything. And the ones that do tend to be the bigger machinery. So right, I am gonna put the window on for this because I remember there's something very specific about unloading Right, unfold. Let's get that lowered. Get it switched on, and that should now work fine. Yeah, it's working now. I mean, really, I should probably go around the other way, but we've started now. I've just noticed, I didn't even think, 2,700 we down to now. If you think we started the episode with, what was it, about 40 grand? Was it maybe even a little bit more? And this is what we're down to. The halves in the A are removing the tops. That isn't going to be the issue. Picking all the damn stuff up, that's going to be the issue. There we go. So yeah, now we've got this bit of kit, we've spent the 8 grand on this. I mean, you could say we've spent 25.5 grand on this, with us having to buy this tractor as well. To be honest, I was going to say, to be honest, we don't need to use this tractor, we could have used the Massey. But we do because they're narrows, don't we? We can't put narrows on that Massey, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because if we didn't have to buy another one, I wouldn't have bought another one. I'd have probably saved it until we... Whoa. You seen that as well, right? That wasn't just me. Right, let's spin you around. I wonder if I can get a good... I'm sure when I come to edit that I can get a decent... I might have to fold this. A decent screenshot of it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this round, you know. Let's unhook that. I'm not. I'm going to have to reset it. If I can. I hope this doesn't take half the fuel and half the wear away from it. No, it hasn't. Is that still a thing? I feel like it is on some maps. Right, we'll start again. And hopefully we don't get shot 20 foot up in the air. Couple of more runs and we're done. I was certainly done with removing the tops from it anyway. Well, a second thing that's really weird's happened. When I was just doing this, just doing the harvesting, the whole screen went black. But the all the dials were still on. However, all the numbers changed on it. Like, they went really high, so it went to something like 18 million miles an hour. Now, and it wouldn't, just basically wouldn't let us do anything else. It was like I was still in control of it, but not still in control of the tractor. I could tab off it and go into a different vehicle. It wasn't an issue. I could do anything else, but it was just a black screen when I came onto this one. So I'm hoping, given the fact that it's flung us up in the air once, and then it's give us like a really weird black screen, I'm hoping there's not an issue with it. I think I'm going to have to go next to the fence. I'm going to have to go back round this way on it. There we go. Right, so that is all of it. Let's get this put away. In fact, we can just leave it here. But I do like the look of that. I've always been drawn to the Duitsers. I mean, on our when we first started our roleplay, it was a Deutz, wasn't it? I do like them. What do we need? We need. I know what we need. Let's see if there's anything. Nope, nothing new in there. Right, because we have no cash, or very little cash, the way we're going to try to do this, if we can, is with a shovel. Let's see. I don't want it all in white. Nope, wrong bit. So we want that as like a silver colour, don't we? And then we want that as a brown. That still looks too silvery. Light grey. Right, we'll have that. I might have to put, in fact, there's no might about it. Let's get this on. Where's my shovel? There it is. Where is my... Right, now I don't know how well this is going to work. However, it's worth a try. Right. Ah, so it just goes straight on like that. How then? That just fell off. I mean, I feel that once you get the hang of this, it won't be too bad. He says, right, so we should get 5 shovelfuls of this. See, it's working out, isn't it? We're getting the hang of this. There might be more stuff. Like I said, I want to continue with the beats, but not in this field. I want to get a couple of separate fields in the smaller areas. There might be other things we can do with it, whether that be put it through sort of a small BGA. Have we reached capacity? Yeah, I think we might have. Drop. There we go. Whether we put it through a small BGA or whether we can maybe create chopped beats or what, we'll have to have a look. Any way we can make more money, that is how we'll do it. Why am I trying to go in there? That's not the right place, you dial. Over here. But for now, it's all going to have to be sold. That's cleared quite a bit of space, that, hasn't it? So what we're going to get there? 262 per 1,000 litres. Oh, this just doesn't... Oh, I hate it when it does this. As soon as... So with this particular trailer, as soon as you back up to it, it just automatically fills. You don't have to press any buttons, it just does it. I might end up having to... Can I put it here and then pick it up with the shovel later? Oh yeah, I can. It's not bad. I thought I was going to have to put it down the sell point. I don't know why it's doing this as well. It's the limiter's on 8 mile an hour, and I don't know why. Right, where is this? There it is. Right, see this bit? Once you get used to doing it, and it doesn't just fall out your hand, it's actually not too bad. In fact, it's really, really easy. Just filling up straight away. Could do with it, really could do with a bigger trailer, couldn't we? I mean, this is so cheap. Oh, something I forgot to mention, and it's from the last episode actually. When we were doing whatever we were doing in the last episode, I can't remember even what it was. But we were nearly out of fuel, weren't we? And I said about getting a fuel tank in the farm somewhere, which we're still going to do. But I went and bought 2 cans of diesel, basically, to fill the Massey up. They were like $25 each, so not a great deal. But yeah, that's why we've ended up having... I mean, you might not have even noticed, but yeah, that's why we've ended up having fuel back in the Massey. But we still do need a fuel tank that I want to get on here. I just haven't decided which one. I mean, I know it's only a small area, but I think, I can take this off now, I think this is actually working really well. He says. It's actually going a bit quicker. Well, not when you do that, it's not. I mean, obviously that was always going to happen. A little bit more realistic than doing it with the front loader as well. Why is it just not working now? Still getting bits on the floor though. Right, come on, get back in the groove. We had it going really well at one point, didn't we? And now we're just chucking it all over the floor. I don't think we'll get all this done today. In fact, I'm pretty certain we won't. If we don't, we don't. There's nothing we can do about it. I'd really like, though, to get that other field in over the other side of the shed. Just so we can do all this again in 6 months' time. Right, is that going to be our lot? Yes. Right, I'll do this last one, and then I think we'll get some done off camera. I'm going back over there again, needlessly, and crashing into that. I have no need to be over there whatsoever. I could do with a shed, maybe with like solar panels or something on, couldn't we? Something that's just going to continuously make us money. I know those sheds are a bit more expensive, like. I'm just thinking anything to get us the cash in. That's all I'm thinking. Okie doke. I'm gonna jump ahead. We'll get some more of this cleared. Like I said, we will not get all this done today. I know we won't. But we can make a good go of it. And I think it's going to make us a decent amount of money, actually, looking at it. I don't think we're going to do too bad. Especially with, given the kit that we've bought. Yeah, I think we'll make decent return. But let's jump ahead. I shall come back. God knows. Many hours from now. Not long. We're back, although it's not going to be for long because it's already 5:30 and I don't know how it'll look when I put the videos together, but it's just got massively dark in the last half an hour here, so I don't think there's much light left at all. We've got a good chunk of the way through. We're just under halfway, I think, but like I said, we knew it was going to be a long process, but it is making us money. The price is actually decreasing now, which is a bit of a shame. But we were getting 260 for every 1,000 litres. It's just, is it going to stop there? Yeah, it is. Just get that ready. In fact, I'll probably just make this the last one. We'll keep that there. I mean, the shovel, I know it's going to take its time, so there you can see how much we've got through. I think just under halfway. But it's an absolute bargain. It really is. Let's get in here. Let's not crash. Right. I need to decide when we come back in April what we're going to do with the grass, because half of it is going to be fully ready and the other have is only going to be partially ready. I'm leaning towards just cutting it all again, and then it'll all grow back at the same rate. So I'm possibly going to do that. We'll turn that off there. Is this in need of anything? No, so that's going to be alright overnight, so we'll not lose anything there. And you can see our wood production just up there. So I think we're going to leave it here. I feel like we've got absolutely tons done. It's really starting to take shape now, I think. If you look around, it's actually starting to look like a proper farm, which is good. But yeah, we'll leave it here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.
PlayStation